This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Tuesday, December 17th, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. So after an absolutely phenomenal yesterday, I'm a little bit slow coming into this morning's pre-market. Few things out there. Now, one of the things, first thing I'm going to be looking at is this CLVS. So we can see as we're coming up towards that 11 area, um, there's just a little bit of buying. There's just not much here on the long side of things so far. So I'm going to need to see. I know it's kind of trending a little bit, and the 156,000 shares. We know this thing is going to move today, though. So because just a real lack of really any type of show of hand, but not only the lack of show of hand, a lack of any type of stocks that really have variables to show us that we should even be paying attention to. I'm going to be on, one of the top parts of it. We're going to have to look at 1150 here. If we get some ask prints, and obviously we're going to be looking for that pullback and then to come back up. If no ask prints, technically, once this market opens, we're going to end up seeing this thing fall. And unfortunately, most people are not going to be able to short it. Next thing is PTI. So PTI hit a little bit of a hitch yesterday. This morning. So we can see, jumping over that 5 and then it just completely getting sold off. But the one thing that just looking into it, the volume, don't get me wrong, the volume was pretty high for 740 for this, this sell-off coming back down. So overall, we have, like I said, we have that selling that's coming in. Now 250, if it lets me go back, which it's not going to. But down at 250, we actually do have some selling that came into there. Not as much, once again, as I would like to see, but we did get some nice sell prints that came back in. So, as we're coming back down, we would be looking for, obviously, that double bottom would be the most logical spot. Of course, after breaking 250. 250, also a print line there, 253. There's definitely some congestion being able to come all the way back down. You can see definitely coming in, but the most important thing is going to be that new selling that we're looking for. All right, next one looking at is JBL. Now JBL, I'm reaching a little bit because there's just not a ton that's going on out there, but it just looks, you can see we jumped up a substantial amount. So from 41.50 all the way up to our 45.50, and this thing only moves about 71 cents in a day. So if we come over and actually look what it jumped up on, it's nothing. Absolutely nothing. So once market opens, especially 45, pretty big psychological level. If we can see, if we just could see some type of selling coming in, this thing should just fall right back down to where it came from. So my only concern here is that the volume. The concern is the volume not really, doing any type of trading once the market opens. So just make sure that it's actually trading before you're going to trade it. But other than that, jumping up that high off of absolutely nothing, we almost always see that come back down. And then we have PCG. So PCG making a little bit of a run this morning. You can see 10.15, some buying, 10.45. Biggest thing right here is going to be that 10.50. I need to see new buying in order for us to, to look for that pullback, which 10.20, 30 cents is enough of a pullback from prints at 10.50. Not really. But it's got a huge support level there. It's also got a how's our print line, 50,000 shares at 10.20. So this would be a perfect case scenario for us to look back, for it to pull back from and that's only if we get those prints at 10.50. Now we've got a little bit of a ballsy position that came in at that 10.45. Make sure that you keep that in mind for our movement. Unfortunately, more than likely short-term prints like this, are probably going to happen before we get into 9:30, because we still have 24 minutes before the market opens. Just keep that in mind. But once again, 10.50, really going to want to see some type of prints coming in there. Anything else out there that I missed? Anything else? All right, guys, it looks like that is it. So let's get ready for our morning. As always, let's make sure that we're focused. We have the habit that we're in the process of building right now, that is our main focus, and obviously make sure that habit is going to affect your trading the most drastic out of any of the things that you do need to work on. All right, guys, Traders Exchange at 12:30. I will talk to everyone in the chat, and happy trading.